All right. What is up, guys? Happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to talk about the WWE Elimination Chamber, the results, and what went down last night. Now, yeah, I watched it, but as always, I had to come here and check out my boys over here at Cage Side Seats because they always come with it when they want to come. When we get into these theories and recaps and reactions and all that. But that's not even why I'm here. I'm just here to provide this. Cage Side Seats is just here to provide you guys with a visual representation of what we're going to be talking about, and basically an on-screen guide as to what I'm going to be going over. And I will be dropping my thoughts and feelings along the way. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible because I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I want to get started on some other things. This was just been the focal point on my mind all night, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Starting with what I'm sure you've already heard and was buzzing around the internet right now. It's probably even trending, but you read it right if you caught it. The Miz is your new WWE champion. And it's been an 11-year journey for this man that has finally come to an end. Although it may be some of the most shittiest circumstances possible, all via Otis's Money in the Bank situation, which probably never should have happened, which probably was the death of Money in the Bank, in my opinion. And not to say that against Otis. That's just to say that of all the people they could have gave it to that was in that match, they chose to give it to Otis, who obviously didn't have it. You knew you wasn't going to make him a WWE champion. You know what I'm saying? So that was the one thing, and then you turn around, you get it off of Otis, and you put it on the Miz, who then loses it. You know what I'm saying? And then just somehow miraculously gets it back, all to just go on and cut some of what I believe is true from and amongst everybody else. Miz has not been the highlight of anybody's 2020. You know what I'm saying? He's Miz. Honestly, yeah, I give it to him. He's worked his ass off. He's done everything he can do. You know what I'm saying? It would only seem like he is the perfect fit to be the next champion. But given everything he's got going on with Miz and Maurice, and just everything, you know what I'm saying, being an all-around WWE guy. But when it comes to the fans, some people enjoy it. Some people it actually was cool with it, and in some small way, I'm cool with it just for the simple fact of how I feel about Drew McIntyre being champion. But I digress. I guess we're gonna see where this goes later on tonight, because I will be watching, and I'm not gonna be watching with anticipation. Hell, even the little girl who was pissed at Miz for cashing in back when he first did, even she said she was down with it. I guess we just gonna have to see where this gonna go, because Miz WWE Champion 2021 is just, it feels like a placeholder champion spot for him. You know what I'm saying? It feel like he didn't took on the male role of what Oscar is. You know what I'm saying? Because Oscar's, that they treat her like a paper champion. She just holding the belt. She didn't even have a match at Elimination Chamber because Lacey Evans' so-called Ric Flair pregnancy scandal bullshit, which I'm glad I didn't see them last night, because that right there, that whole pregnancy shit, down the toilet, man. Tired of seeing it. The shit's gross. You know what I'm saying? Stop. You know what I mean? So yeah, the overall Elimination Chamber match was fucking good. It was amazing. I enjoyed it up until that last part. Where Miz allowed Bobby Lashley to come out there and do the dirty work, or should I say hired Bobby Lashley in the APA-esque style to go out there and do the dirty work, and he would then go out and cash in on McIntyre, becoming a two-time, I believe, WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So The Miz is the new champion, and you got that there. I did see this, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and play it because The Claymore was absolutely destructive. The boy Jeff Hardy ate one of probably one of the most devastating Claymores I had ever seen, and I'm not gonna show it all. I just want to go right on over to it, to where it. I mean, Jesus Christ!
Bomb! Party up!
Bang!
Claymore!
My God! Absolutely crumbled that man. Absolutely crumbled that man. But yeah. So that chamber, I believe, was the last. That was the main event. The night began with the SmackDown Elimination Chamber, which would see Daniel Bryan come out on top after being one of the first one. Him and Cesaro started it off. That match was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Bryan, once again, is proving that he's probably one of the best technical wrestlers in the business, since someone who I will not mention, but you know who I'm talking about. So, yeah, Daniel Bryan, he came out on the very end of it. He was exhausted, man. But you know what? Daniel got that never say die, that always fight attitude. You know what I'm saying? And, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, he walks his ass down to the ring slowly and whatnot. And, the referees asking Daniel, hey, are you ready? You ready? And Daniel like, yeah. So he comes Roman with the spear, which Daniel Bryan beautifully reversed into the yes lock, might I add. I'm talking about, bro, I wouldn't have been surprised if Roman had tapped out. But being, fresh as a motherfucking daisy, Roman just powered out of it and started dropping mad bombs on Daniel, man. I mean, I'm talking about MMA bombs. They were ugly as fuck, but they were bombs nonetheless. So yeah. He ended up slapping on a guillotine on a limp Daniel Bryan, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit. But it wasn't all for naught, because Edge did come out there and drive a spear into his gut and point at the damn sign, like they always do. You know how that goes. Comes out there, he points at the sign, and it wasn't even, they talked about it, of course, but Edge, it's official. Roman Reigns, Edge, WrestleMania, should be a good match. Let's just hope Roman puts some more moves in his repertoire, other than the ones that he learned, that he's had over the last 7 to 10 years, and the ones that he believes he's acquired since he's become this head of the table. The man needs some skill. This ain't nothing but John Cena all over again. 5 moves, no ability. Clearly you can't wrestle against the people you wrestling against. So, I feel like I said it before and I said it again. I feel like Roman Reigns is leading a Triple H-esque career. He's not really over, so they just pushing him into our face. They've been doing it ever since he's got here. Even now that he didn't make his heel turn, it's like they giving us more of him, and he's still not delivering as well as he should. He's better. He's just not delivering as, he needs to be better, in my opinion. I know he can be better. But moving on, we had the women's tag team match which was absolutely unnecessary, but I guess the women's tag team match, man, I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't even know if Bianca Belair actually made a decision last night on who she was actually going to go after. But this whole situation with Reginald and Sasha and I don't know. I really don't know. And I think that this is, like you say, this is just that little road on the road to WrestleMania to figure out what we're gonna do next. Because honestly, this whole women's championship of any form, SmackDown or Raw, being meshed together with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, it's like, oh, the women's champion has to be involved in the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions they have to be involved with each other. That shit don't need to be. You need to separate women the SmackDown and Raw women's champions. You need to separate them from tag team action. Period. They're solo champions. They don't need to be involved in any tag teams unless it's just to drive a storyline. And then you need to take whatever tag teams you can muster up and make a solid women's tag team division. Nia Jax and the tag team champions, period. They should always be involved in some kind of a match against four other women. Any kind of match that comes along with that tag team, those tag team titles, they need to be at least 4 to 6 women involved. Meaning there need to be 3 tag teams or 2 tag teams involved in that match. Not 2 solo competitors teaming up to go after tag team competitors, especially when these solo competitors might be rivals over the next 2 months. You know what I'm saying? So drop that mashing of mixing with tag teams and shit. That shit don't flow. All in all, it was a okay match. You know what I'm saying? The Sasha Banks is very sloppy. She's a very sloppy wrestler. I really do. I really hope. I'm pulling for Bianca Belair to knock Sasha off the throne because Sasha's sloppy, dude. She you can go back and watch the match and you can see that any probably just about any botch in that match came from her. I mean, yeah, that's just, I don't know, man. I'm not a Sasha Banks fan, dude. She's yeah. Now let's get to, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Let's go ahead and get to the upset of the night for me. Bobby Lashley losing the title to Matt Riddle. And that is no disrespect, no discredit to Matt Riddle, but right now, what you have with Bobby Lashley is one of the most dominant forms of Bobby Lashley that we've ever seen. Ever since the Royal Rumble, Bobby Lashley has been on a tear. The Hurt Business has been on a tear. It seems like they're losing that momentum. I don't really recall seeing. I didn't even see Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin defending the titles at Elimination Chamber. You know what I'm saying? That women's tag team match, I believe, is what got put in place of Asuka and Lacey Evans. Why not couldn't, you know what I'm saying? And then you turn around and you took Keith Lee out of the match for an unknown and undisclosed injury. Didn't happen. Ain't no injury there. You know what I'm saying? You probably took him out of the match because you didn't want him to have to take the pin. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what this was. You at the pre-show, you're gonna have a match between Ricochet, Elias, what's his face? The leader of Retribution, Ali, and fucking Ricochet, Elias, Ali, and fucking John Morrison. You're gonna have that match to see who was gonna get into the Intercontinental match, which John Morrison would go on to win, and then get into the Bobby Lashley match just to take the pin from Matt Riddle, because no way in hell that these two cats was finna beat down Bobby Lashley. I watched the match. You ever played in WWE 2K games and you just put the game on easy and you just go out there and slam everybody in the ring around and it's like nobody can touch you? That's pretty much what it was like. They had to figure out something. You know what I'm saying? And after this had happened, after Bobby dropped the title, of course he was rightfully pissed. So you knew that something was gonna come out of it. Me personally, I was hoping the title, a WWE Championship match, was gonna come out of it, and that could still possibly happen, because with Bobby Lashley actually being a catalyst for Miz winning that championship, I'm sure that when MVP was back there talking to the Miz, I personally thought that he was gonna convince the Miz in some fucking weird way to give the Money in the Bank to Bobby Lashley, Bobby cashing in, win the title, and give the Miz a shot, which he wasn't clearly gonna win. But I think it might have went vice versa. I think MVP might have proposed to the Miz that he helped go out there, you send Bobby out there, soften up Drew, then Miz go out there and cash in. But in return, Miz would give Lashley a title shot, which he would clearly lose, setting up Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. And I'm sure that they'll fucking give Drew the title back. But I really don't know I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think he should just go and win it right back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what deal he made with the devil to get 2 WrestleMania victories in the back to back and in main events like that. You know what I'm saying? Not even main event, because Roman Reigns and Edge is the main event. But for him to go and win the title at 2 WrestleManias, 10 years of destiny being recognized, something else involved in that, because the shit just don't seem authentic to me. It don't seem organic. I'm not buying it. Drew is better as a heel than he is as a good guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not feeling this face, Drew McIntyre. That's probably why I'm not feeling Drew McIntyre as the WWE champion right now. So yeah, man. I just wanted to hash that out real quick, man. Talk about what went down and my thoughts on some of the more important things, I believe. And I send a shout out to Cage Side Seats, because I always come here to check out what I need to check out, you know. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to what's going to happen tonight on Monday Night Raw, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell as well, and drop a like on the video, because I will be doing a recap of that probably after the show, or I might have a watch party. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the semantics of a watch party and whatnot, because I really want to start doing those. I actually enjoy the product. I'm having a little more fun with it now, and yeah, we'll see what happens tonight. Will Bobby Lashley get that title shot against The Miz? And if so, will he win? I'm hoping so. That's probably the only thing I care about, man. I want to see the Hurt Business be the next stable that runs the show. I know they have the power. They got the star power. They got the quality. Why not give it to them? You tell me what you think. Bobby Lashley, Drew Mac at WrestleMania, triple threat. What we talking? Leave it down below in the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good Monday. I'll see y'all later on in another video. Peace.